Kumusta ka mo? Hi, it's Viktoria. In today's video, we're going to talk about respect. Yep, respect. It's something that has been taken advantage of within any relationship, maybe with friends, family, partners. I'd like to break it down based on my personal experience. Respect should be given regardless of anyone's life status, right? I think that's very basic, but we forgot that as a basic human trait. We learned this at a very young age, to respect the elderly. Mano po is a sign of respect to the elderly. Bowing, smiling, greeting. But as we start getting older, we get a variety of how this should be given. In my experience, it was hard earned, as if the person that is giving would run out of it. Kung may piso lang ko for every respect that I was given, I'd be a few pesos too rich. I felt shameful. I was respected less than my supposed equals. My family, friends, school, exes. Here you go, I'll give you a few examples. I was at a department store and I was lining up, I was minding my own business, and this Lola suddenly cuts in front of me. And she acted as if she had the right to cut in front of me just because she was older than me. No explanations, no consideration of my line and the people in front of me or at my back. Just parades grandly in the front. I mean, come on. I respect the elders and I wouldn't mind giving her my spot, but she was acting so entitled. And that entitlement does not demand respect. Who do you think the youth gets their example from? Who do you think they follow the footsteps? Isn't it you? So if you want the youth to respect you, then isn't it fair for you to set as an example to the youth? Okay, so look, I'm not against the elderly and their privilege. I even think sometimes that they have less privilege. What I'm against is how they handle their privilege, and there's a big difference. On to my next point. So this is something that I don't want to miss out, and this is about self-respect. What does that mean? So for me personally, I think self-respect is knowing your personal boundaries and limitations. You know, kung asta sabihin ka lang. It's essentially your principles in life, the things that you hold dearly. I think it's also what you greatly believe to be true and that crosses paths with a multitude of things like your political views, your moral standards, and the ideal partner. Example, you and your partner have different political views and you can't seem to reconcile. So where does respect place itself? Talk it out. And if you can't have a middle ground, after everything that you've discussed, educate and separate. You know, respect doesn't always mean sticking up for each other. You know, you shouldn't stick a knife up someone's throat just because they believed differently than you do. Letting them go is just another form of being respectful to yourself and to the people whose political views differ from yours. I greatly believe that respect is all about equality. Like in a family setting, respect shouldn't mean that the older you get, the more respect or the greater respect that needs to be given to you rather than your younger sibling. Hindi porket mas magulang ka, mas may karapatan ka to be given more respect kaysa sa mas manghudsi mo. If your older sibling should be the only one to be given respect, then that's not respectful. That's neglectful of their duties as an older sibling. If you want to be respected as an older sibling, then you need to give the same respect to your younger sibling. Being born first does not entitle you to receive all the respect but not give any to your younger sibling. As always, set an example. I don't have a younger sibling to know how this works. I am a younger sibling. That's why I know how this should work. When do you need to demand respect? Well, when you've been respectful and it hasn't been reciprocated. Ano matabo sa tawo nga wala mo nahatagan sa respeto? Based on experience, I felt like I lost my voice because I wasn't being heard. Without that voice, it lowered my self-esteem, my dignity. There are two ways that this could go. Either it breaks you or it makes you. And in my case, it made me respect myself more. But in exchange, it did make me estranged. To someone else, he or she might lose self-respect, and that's a gamble no one should ever make. Another thing about respect is it's not always directly at the person. It's also about their life decisions. For example, let your adult child choose their own partner. You can only give guidance, but you should never control. Sino mo ba kasalhaw? Ikaw o bata mo? If at the end of the day she really did choose the wrong partner, then let her be. At least she learned from her mistakes like we all do. Making mistakes will probably make her a better partner. What's important is that it was her decision, not yours. So in my view, respect knows no label, gender, political views, culture, or age. It's a universal language, and it's a language of love, which should be given and received freely, unconditionally, and generously. This is the second episode of my makeup therapy series, and if you like content such as this, please subscribe, like, share, or comment your thoughts down below. Bye!